This is Jim Starkweather, the publisher of KitMaker Network, and welcome to another episode of Turning the Page. Today we've got the second issue of Scale Modeling Quarterly. This is a new magazine made here in the United States. If you saw the first video on it, it had kind of a I won't say a rough start, but obviously an early start to the magazine. I can tell you that this issue looks a lot more polished, and looks like they might have maybe endeavored to get a graphic designer or something on board to help them with their layouts and things like that. So, but we'll go ahead and flip through it. You can see pricing on this one is $7.99 US dollars and $8.99 Canadian. I think it's probably available here in North America. It starts off with a SMQ officially debuts at Nationals article, which is the, I believe, the publisher or one of the people who here is responsible, I'm believing. I covered this in the first one, but I think it's ironic that this magazine actually is based out of Charlottesville, Virginia. And this website that you're on was also founded there, well, at least in Crozet, which is very close. So we share some interesting startup origins in that sense. But you can see, again, the graphics of the magazine, the layout, it looks a lot more professional. The photos look better. It's really hard to get these magazines. They're like restaurants. They're hard to get founded if they can get founded, or like websites actually. They will, if they're good and they have good content, they will flourish, and if not, that's kind of the to be determined, I guess. But if you're looking for this, I would ask at your local hobby store, or maybe check their website, which I'll put a link to. But they have articles like this Augusta Westland Merlin HC3. Which is a helicopter I'm actually familiar with because I've been playing DayZ lately, the DayZ mod for Arma 2, and this is one of the helicopters that's in there. So yeah, I've actually flown on this in a virtual sense. So and piloted it too. It's pretty good helicopter. All right, so now that I diverted to video games, so sorry. So the article here you can see does a bit of kind of a step-by-step, but really more of just showing off photos. There's not a whole lot of step-by-step photos in there, but pretty decent. Mike Powers, modeler, storyteller. This was obviously, again, this is an interview with Mike Powers, who's a modeler, obviously. Recent IPS member, avid Armor fan, longtime AMPS, and recent IPS member. Mike has developed a modeling style. So it's basically just an interview with a modeler, which is a cool idea. And looks like he's done some nice stuff there with the modern cargo carrier. I'm not sure what's the technical. It's some kind of HEMTT, isn't it, or something? Maybe not a HEMTT, but it's some kind of big giant vehicle thing. All right, so then they've got naval stuff here, World War II naval. Talking about how building the diorama base. Oh, this one was looking for a name. By Joe as well. So maybe Joe did this as well. Interesting. Okay, good. So obviously an avid modeler, probably relying on some of his older projects and backlog of stuff he's done, which is always a good thing. And I'm sure they're looking for new contributors, so contact them if you have something you want to send them, because everybody likes to see their stuff in print. I'm an online publisher, so I kind of believe in the online thing, but obviously I'm giving these guys a chance because I think print is relevant too, and people do like to flip through magazines. So anyways, you can just see that it really has improved. They've got a much better layout, much better photos. The text looks good. I mean, it's still, they went to the National Show in Hampton, Virginia, which I didn't get to go to this year. I just didn't want to go to because I'd been traveling too much lately. And looks like they've got some photos from that, as well as just kind of a summary wrap-up. And there's one from Chris Crowfoot on modeling a pre-war carrier deck. So creating the deck. And then they have a Star Wars X-Wing here featured at the back by Matthew Cottrell. So interesting that's the last page. Almost never see a magazine do that, where they, end the thing with actual content. It's almost always that junky stuff at the end. But, this is the good thing about this magazine. They don't have a lot of junky stuff yet. But if they're successful, I'm sure they will. All right, well, that's a preview for the Scale Modeling Quarterly. I hope you enjoyed it. Take a look for it if you can, or go to their website if you want to check it out. And we'll be happy to review more of these if they want to keep sending them. So thanks for watching. If you have any comments or suggestions, please leave them below, and we'll see you next time on Turning the Page.